I was standing in a jewelry store when her name lit up my phone, 2 weeks before my wedding. The diamond ring in my hand caught the light, clean, sharp, expensive, permanent, the kind of object you buy when you are certain you have buried the past deep enough that it can no longer crawl back out. Her name hadn't appeared on my screen in 3 years. Not since the night I walked into my bedroom and found my wife in our bed with my stepbrother. Not since she cried, not out of guilt but relief, and whispered the sentence that rewired my nervous system forever. I never wanted to marry you. I've always wanted him. The store felt suddenly too small, too bright, too alive. My phone kept vibrating in my palm. I didn't answer. I stared at the ring instead, feeling the old instincts wake up. Calculation, control, distance. I had rebuilt myself on those instincts. I had learned how to disappear without dying. I excused myself, stepped outside, and finally looked at the message. Please, I need to talk to you. It's important. Important. Everything had been important when she was lying. I slid the phone back into my pocket and felt something cold settle in my chest. The past hadn't found me by accident. It had come to collect something it thought still belonged to it. I didn't confront her the night I caught them. That's what surprises people when I tell them the story now. They expect shouting, violence, tears. What they don't understand is that shock doesn't always explode. Sometimes it freezes. I stood in the doorway, silent, watching my wife clutch the sheets while my stepbrother scrambled for his clothes. I remember noticing absurd details: his watch on my nightstand, her lipstick smeared on my pillow, evidence arranged like a crime scene. She cried when he left, not because she was ashamed, because she was finally honest. I never wanted this life. I married you because it was safe. He was the risk I couldn't stop wanting. Each word landed carefully, measured, like she'd rehearsed them for years. I nodded, told her I needed air. I never went back. I vanished. New city, new name professionally, new routines, therapy, gym, work, silence. I built myself from habits instead of hope. I stopped believing in love and started believing in leverage. Through mutual contacts, I learned the aftermath. They tried to be together. It didn't last. He cheated on her within months. She begged him to stay. He didn't. Poetic, in a small way. I never reached out, until now, apparently. She reached for me. I didn't respond to her message immediately. I waited 3 days. That's when I noticed the second text. I know about your wedding. Interesting. I didn't post about it. My fiancé didn't either. We lived quietly, deliberately. That meant someone had been watching. I began paying attention again, old muscle memory. I checked call logs from unknown numbers, ran her social circle through my head, reached out to a private investigator I used once for corporate due diligence, asked him to pull records, not on her, on my stepbrother. What came back was messy: debt, a failed business, a recent separation, and one detail that made everything click into place with surgical clarity. They were back in contact, frequently, desperately. The timing wasn't emotional, it was financial. I imagined her crying again, saying my name like an apology, needing something. I finally replied, "What do you want?" Her answer came instantly. "I just want to see you. I need closure." Closure, a word people use when they want absolution without accountability. I agreed to meet. She looked older, not broken, just worn, like someone who had made the same mistake too many times and finally realized it wasn't bad luck. She cried immediately when she saw me. I didn't stand up. She reached for my hand. I didn't move. "I never stopped thinking about you," she said. I let the silence stretch. Then I slid a folder across the table. Phone records, bank transfers, messages between her and my stepbrother. Her face collapsed in slow motion. "You didn't come for closure," I said calmly. "You came because he needs money, and you thought I was still the man who would save you." She sobbed. said my name like a prayer. I felt nothing. 2 weeks later, I didn't attend my wedding. I postponed it, honestly, transparently, with a woman who deserved clarity. I needed to finish something. I transferred exactly $1 into my stepbrother's account, attached a message, for old times. I knew it would start a fight. I knew she would be caught in the middle. I knew the truth would finally have to sit in the open, ugly and undeniable. I didn't watch the fallout. I didn't need to. On the morning of my actual wedding, my phone buzzed again. Her name. I deleted the contact. Then I turned to the woman beside me, steady, real, unafraid of honesty. Some betrayals teach you pain, others teach you precision. I learned both, and I never needed revenge. I only needed to remember who walked away first and why I never looked back.